Thank you, Council. We resume proceedings.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, Honorable Commissioners, I call Mr. Fadi Mazek.
Morning, Mr. Fadi.
Good morning.
May we remind you that you're still on the oath?
Yes.
With respect to this commission, the Andrews appearing with Mr. Fadi Mazeki.
All right, thank you.
Sorry. Mr. Mazegi, you were summoned today with regard to MYJ Trust Accounts, Global Trading NV account number 11107657001, GAM Petroleum Accounting Software, and one in the matter of one Ahmad Hodraj, former employee of Euro-Africa Group. I'd just like us to start with the GAM Petroleum Accounting Software. You have submitted a pen drive or USB drive, which indicates that the data has been exported to Excel. Is that correct?
Correct.
And it says from 1st April 2009 to 31st March 2009, I believe. 1st April 2010 to 31st March 2011, and 1st April 2013 to 31st March 2013. Now, it seems to me 1st April 2012 to end of 2012 is missing, and so is 2014 also. What does this pen drive, which I'm going to give to you now, can you give it to the witness? you were required to provide, as the accountants of GAM Petroleum, all the accounting records covering the period during which you were responsible for the accounts. Can you tell us what is not in that pen drive? Or what's in the pen drive and what is not?
I believe this was done in 2 lots because we asked the company to translate the information from Dolphin to Excel, and it takes them time to. So this is, I believe, is the first one. There's another one coming which will have the rest of the years.
Very well. We should expect another lot.
Yes, correct.
How soon can we expect it?
I hope in the coming few days.
All right. Thank you. In the meantime, I'll apply to have it admitted. If you have any issues, we'll get back to you on it. What you have produced so far. Mr. Chairman, may I apply to have admitted a pen drive said to contain software, accounting data from Dolphin, which was the software that was used by Euro-African Group when they were responsible for the accounts of GAM Petroleum, exported to Excel, covering the periods indicated on the pen drive.
Council, we've been discussing at length. Apparently, there are certain problems or dangers relating to the mere admission of this real evidence. And the best thing we can do is to have this suspended until we have a printout. I understand from the Secretary that it is possible to bring a printout. So they will go together. But there is also another complication, and that will come through when Commissioner George poses certain questions. Here. Oh, leave it here for the time.
Just to clarify, I'm not sure if it was submitted before, but then did we have any information from the Dolphin system for the particular years concerned, the Dolphin accounting system? Madam?
Whether we have any information from?
Yes, because we're trying to ascertain what's on the flash particularly. So Mr. Kurang mentioned that it's payments relating to the years concerned for the different years.
Yes.
That has been exported onto Excel.
Yes.
From the Dolphin accounting system.
Yes.
So what I'm trying to ascertain is whether we had a printout also from the accounting system.
A printout from the
Yes.
accounting system itself?
Yes.
Well, Mr. Mazegi can answer that question.
I'm not sure if we had anything prior, yes.
What they had provided were the accounting records, and we asked for the software of the account, soft copy of the accounts, and which they provided, but which we could not open because we did not have the Dolphin software. So that's why we asked them to export it to another medium, and they have now exported it to Excel. But we don't have a printout of the Dolphin accounts.
Could that be provided?
Of
It
course,
can be?
we
Yes. I think it's good that we have that from the system, and then we can also use what is on the
we will
Excel.
provide you with the hard copies
Yes.
and the software again
Very
when,
well.
when it's complete, as Chairman is requesting.
Exactly. Thank you.
I think everything is clear.
Yes.
Can you take?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Then we will suspend that until we get the printouts from the Dolphin system as well as from the, well, maybe from the Dolphin system. Then we'll be able to compare it, what is in Excel. You don't need that to prepare. You don't need it back. We can retain it for now. All right, thank you. We'll go on to another issue, which is in relation to Global Trading Group NV. I'm going to show you Exhibit SC34. This is a document that was admitted by the Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation and relates to an engineering procurement construction EPC agreement between Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation and Global Trading Group for the installation, testing, and commissioning of 2 existing HFO fired generators at Brikama Power Plant, the Gambia, October 2010, as well as evidence of transfers being made to Global Trading Group NB accounts at Trust Bank Limited. I'm going to show you these documents. Mr. Mazegi, you had previously in your testimony said Global Trading Group NV did not operate in the Gambia and therefore they had no presence before 2016.
Yes.
Now, this contract indicates that, in fact, in 2010, they were operating in the Gambia and had opened an account in the bank. They had a contract which they were executing on the ground. It wasn't a supply contract, in other words. It was a service contract.
Yes.
Yes.
My answer to that is that Global Trading Group signed the contract, but we subcontracted a company to execute on the ground, which was GPS. If you look at the contract here, you would see that they are there. They are the company which actually built the engines.
You subcontracted it to who?
GPS, Global Power Systems, is the company that actually carried out the works. But of course, Global Trading Group had the contract. It had all the supply, supervision, etc. But we didn't have a company executing on the ground as such.
I don't believe this contract refers in any way to Global Power Systems.
No, I mean,
and in fact, all the payments, you did open a local bank account. Is that correct? At the Trust Bank?
This local bank account that you have mentioned is not our account. The Global Trading account number 11107657001 is not for Global Trading Group. We triple checked that with Trust Bank. It's not our account.
Is the account on SC 341201029810 not Global Trading Group NV account with Trust Bank?
Sorry, can you come again on the account number?
I have given you a document which mentions an account number to which the first transfer of $7,317,072.25 was being paid.
Yes.
Equivalent of 148,570 euro.
Correct. That is the account number, but the one you mentioned in the summons is not our account number.
I'm sure the summons made a mistake. But the fact is an account was opened by Global Trading Group NV. Is that correct?
Correct.
And all payments for this contract, which was a contract, can you give us the total figure for the contract? It's stated on the contract itself, which I have given you.
I'm not sure whether the contract itself stipulates the account number.
1,840,600 euro. Can you look at page 6?
On the contract?
Yes. And page 7 indicates the terms of payment.
Yes.
Is that correct? The bottom of page 6, 1,840,600 euro. And terms of payments are set out in page 6 of 13. Well, there's a duplication.
I don't have page 6 here.
Can you give me the exhibit back? Let me just help the witness. I'll just show you where it says how much it is.
There's no page 6.
It's actually page 5. Sorry about that. Page 5 of 13, I think it was miscompiled. Page 5 of 13, Article 4 states the owner hereby agrees to pay to the contractor the agreement price in consideration of the performance of the contract work. Performance by the contractor of its obligations. And the agreement price, that's Article 4.1, for the scope of supply and works shall be the aggregate of 1,840,600 euro. You see that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, if you just go a page back, I think there's a compilation problem. Page 6 is the previous page, and it sets out the terms of payment.
Yes.
Yes. And it says in clause 5.2 that the owner shall make all payments in Gambian dollars at the lowest available prevailing commercial bank exchange rate at the date of payment. And the last sentence is that the payment shall be remitted to a local bank account designated by the contractor. And I believe you designated that bank account to which payment was made.
Yes, we would have.
So why did you say you did not have any local presence the last time, Mr. Mazege? Just to give you an opportunity to explain if you have an explanation.
So is that a question?
Yes. Why did you say you did not have a local presence?
Oh, by presence, I mean we didn't have a company set up here. We opened a bank account, but that is a bank account for Global Trading Group NV. It's not for a local branch. Subsequently, as I told you last time, we opened the branch office here, but at the time, we didn't feel that we had to open a company here because all the works were being carried out by a company called Global Power Systems who were subcontracted.
The fact that you subcontracted the works had nothing to do with the contract itself, did it? It was your choice to subcontract the works.
Yes.
Is that not so?
Correct.
Now, if you look at that page 5 of 13, 4.6, it says, the contractor where applicable shall bear and pay all taxes, duties, levies, and charges assessed on the contractor, its subcontractors, or their employees by all local, state, or national government authorities in connection with works in and outside the country. You see that clause?
Yes, I do.
So can you tell us what arrangements were made by Global Trading Group to pay taxes?
We didn't have a company in the Gambia.
Mr. Mazegi, you were doing business in the Gambia, and that by our laws you ought to have, in fact, registered. But if you use a subcontractor, you should have paid taxes on the contract.
I don't recall, this was a long time ago, I don't recall what taxes were paid or what by the subcontractor or by us. I can check all this for you, but offhand, I'm not going to speculate.
Could you kindly check whether you submitted any returns to the to income tax? Could you do that on this contract?
Yes.
All right. It is correct that the entire sum was paid. Is that correct?
I believe so,
yes. You did not have problems with the contract?
I believe so, yes.
All right, thank you. Unless you have any questions, I'll move on to something else. Mr. Mazegi will provide us information. How long do you need, Mr. Mazegi, to confirm the status of taxes in relation to this contract?
A week.
All right, thank you.
Yes. Counsel, you were referring to the document.
It's Exhibit SC34.
You got it?
Can you collect the exhibits?
Yeah. There we go.
34.
Which one? No, this one. Sorry, I just want to let you know.
Mr. Mazegi, we need your assistance with regard to the MYJ Trust account at Trust Bank.
I don't know this account. MYJ Trust accounts, I don't believe we had any dealings with such an account.
Ahmed Hodroj, the testimony before this commission is that Ahmed Hodroj worked for Euro-Africa Group as well as managing director at some time.
That is not actually accurate. Ahmed Hodroj was on probation. It was at the time, at the end of 2009, where I had to be out of the country. We were doing a gas project in Cotonou.
He was on probation for what?
We put him on probation.
For what?
To test him if he is fit for the job.
For which job?
For job of general manager. Because we needed somebody.
By we, you mean Euro-Africa Group?
Excuse me?
By we tested him, you mean Euro-Africa Group?
Yes. Because as I said, I was out of the country. I was doing a project in Benin. So I didn't have time to come here. He's an in-law of Mr. Bazzi. So we
Is
thought
that,
maybe
sorry, I didn't get that.
he is an in-law
In-law, okay.
of Mr. Bazzi. So we decided to give him a chance. We needed somebody trustworthy to sign on the accounts, etc., because we were both not here at the time. And when I got back, I found out that he was actually also working for another company, KGI. So, and the fact that he was not capable to do the job, so we decided to let him go. We didn't want somebody who was doing two jobs, and he was not capable to have that position. So it was only a short period. I think he worked maybe 5 or 6 months.
This was in which year?
I think it was end of 2009, beginning 2010.
So you appointed him on probation for the job of general manager?
It was not really a formal appointment as such, because he's an in-law. So we said, you have this opportunity to try to prove yourself, see if you can do this. And then, as I say, after we came back, we found out that he was not capable to do the job. And he was moonlighting, kind of thing, working, doing
He was not
job.
being paid?
No, we paid him.
So if you paid him, he was appointed on probation?
Yes.
Mr. Mazegi, when this account, MYJ Trust, was overdrawn, payment was made from Euro-Africa Group of about $4,000 into this account.
I'm not aware of that.
You are not aware of that?
No.
I suggest you check your records.
Of course, I would.
Who was he reporting to while he was on probation?
Excuse me?
Who was Ahmad Hodroj
Ahmad
reporting
Hodroj?
to when he was on probation? You were not there, you
For
said.
the time that he was here, he wasn't really reporting. As I say, I was very, very busy. I was in Benin. I presume he was talking to Mr. Bazzi, but I don't know if he was reporting to him as such. It was a very busy period for us, where we weren't really involved in what was going on here.
It's difficult to imagine that you would appoint someone on probation and he would not report to anyone. So you are presuming he was not reporting to you. That's what you're saying. He
No,
may
was
have
not
been reporting to
Of
Mr.
course,
Baz.
I would from time to time check what's going on overall, but I wasn't really actively involved in the day-to-day at the time.
Just for the record, Mr. Fadi, the testimony before this commission is that some $4 million or thereabouts, $4 million to be specific, $104,000 cash was paid into this account.
Into which
Was
account?
paid into this MYJ trust account at Trust Bank Limited in cash, except for the $4,000 that came from the Euro-Africa Group account. And Mr. Hodroj was at the time managing director, or you say general manager of Euro-Africa Group. Do you have anything to say about this?
I am not aware of any of that.
Sorry, what you said you are not?
I'm not aware of any cash deposits.
So whilst he was on probation, you're saying he was also signatory to the Euro-Africa Group account?
Yes, he was.
When you say he's Mr. Baz's in-law, in what way?
In what, sorry?
In what way? How are they related?
He is the brother of Mr. Bazzi's wife.
Where is Mr. Hodroj at the moment?
I believe he is in the U.S.
All right, thank you. Commissioners, do you have any questions on this before I move on to?
Just for the records, for how long was he on probation?
I think it was 6 months, 5 or 6 months that he...
6 months. And then he was review, I mean, there was an evaluation done and it wasn't satisfactory and he was allowed to go.
It was not really an evaluation. As I say, when I came back, I learned he was working for another company. That's not what we want. And he was not doing the job that he was asked to do in a proper way.
So, in summary, whatever deposits he was putting in the MYG account were not linked to his role in Euro-African?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
All right, Council, you may continue.
Okay, I can go. All right, thank you. I'll just, when you were here previously, you had mentioned a letter that Dr. Njoguba had written to Global Trading Group Envy in relation to the purchase of B757. We found a letter to that effect. I'll just show you for the record. If you can confirm that this is the letter you were referring to, we will have it admitted.
Yes, it is, ma'am.
That's the letter you're referring to. All right. Mr. Chairman, may I apply? Can I have the document back? What is the exhibit invitation? Mr. Chairman, may I apply to have admitted a letter dated 12 January 2012 from Dr. Elba, addressed to Global Trading Group NV, subject purchase of B757. I'm trying to just confirm the number for the state aircraft account, but it's in relation to the state aircraft account. You have to type it.
letter dated 12 January 2012, ref PR stroke C stroke 675A stroke volume 5 stroke brackets 1 from Secretary General, Office of the President to Global Trading Group, Belgium. Purchase of Boeing 757, admitted mark MS 153.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just for the record again, Mr. Mazegi, MYJ Trust, we have been informed in this commission, stands for Mariam Yahya Jame Trust account. Did Euro Africa Group or any of your companies make contributions to this trust?
No, not to my knowledge.
If contributions were made from your companies, would you know about it?
I should know about it, yes.
Did Euro Africa Group or any of your group of companies make transfers into Kanilai Group International accounts?
Kanilai?
Kanilai Group International, KGI.
I don't recall, but I don't think we had any relationship with them unless we bought something, maybe they used to sell rice or sugar. But I mean, you're talking about a 16-year span. I don't recall any specific payments that were made.